Welcome to Andertons TV. I'm Digital John.
I am the Gentleman Ben.
And this is Sound Like. So today we are sounding like who, Benjamin?
We're doing Spiritbox today. I'm very excited for this one.
So I'm going to be Mike Stringer. I'm not going to be Mike Stringer. I'm going to do my best impression of Mike Stringer with a limited budget.
I'm going to be Josh Gilbert. So obviously there was Bill Crook, who unfortunately is no longer with us anymore, passed away sadly last year, but Josh is at the helm now and that's what we're going to be trying to do. So it is, again, lots of low tune stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to actually replicate this and getting it to sound good and tight is going to be the challenge. So we've got £1,500 budget.
To try and get over those hurdles that digital kit would usually just do very quickly if you have the budget for. So we've got a, you know, we'll be all right, I think.
I know that Mike is a Fractal user.
Yep.
Dingwalls over the years, and I think now he's doing some bits with Charvel. More murmurings than anything, but it's, again, we're gonna have to be using our ears a lot and a lot of educated guessing on this one. Yeah,
Spiritbox is so big they can kind of use what they want nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, I know, obviously Mike has a plug-in out with, who's it?
Mixwave.
Mixwave.
Yeah.
He's used Quad Cortex in the past and all that sort of stuff. So we're just gonna have to be like, okay, let's just do what we can with, especially the guitars as well, because he's used all sorts. Aristides, Jackson, he's used someone else recently that I can't remember, but he's, you know, we'll just figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
The main vibe I'm going for, humbucker and low tuned, and ideally a 7-string.
It's gotta be 7. I mean, I know his 7's a baritone, but whether we can do that or not is another question, but let's go see what we can do. So should we go look at some guitars first?
Yes.
Pretty much discount anything that having got 7 strings. I know, like in Soft Spine, there's like this weird like high-pitched tapping thing he does, like chromatic thing. So you need that top end to do lead bits as well.
And ideally a 24 fret. Beggars can't be choosers.
Thankfully, we're not begging, John.
We have limited money.
Let's just talk about the Surfcaster a minute, because it's made a massive comeback with obviously Lee Malia.
With his signature, yeah.
But I think, to be honest, before that, Jackson did make Mike Stringer. He was with, I don't know if he's still a Jackson artist or not, but for a while they did a couple of custom shop.
Yeah, they were cool. It was red, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like
I think he had a red and like a Daphne blue one as well.
Yeah,
which is, that's cool.
They're cool guitars. So this is 749, which is bang on halfway through the budget.
Yeah, that might be a good bet here. 24 as well.
Yeah, so that will, I mean, I don't need a neck pickup.
Yeah, I know.
Who needs neck pickups
in his signature bare knuckles, but you can get some pretty decent sort of ambient clean sounds anyway.
It's got a hardtail, I don't need a bar. I think I'm just going to go for that. I mean, I could have a look around, but good spot. All right.
Yeah, so Josh Gilbert, I watched an interesting video this morning, him and Sheldon Dingwall, who is an absolute legend. And again, he's been using Dingwalls for a while. Like I say, Charvel have made him a couple of guitars. I know I saw him in the summer at Download and he was using some Charvel basses there. The big thing being for him, it's that low F sharp. I think it's like a 160 gauge or something. I know Dingwall make a specific F sharp string. So we're going to need something with 5 strings and extended scale length.
And you're not going to try and drop tune digitally or anything like that?
This is the other caveat, is that without butchering our stock and like taking, you know, a file to the nut, I think I am going to have some sort of digital processing to drop tune it. So I'm going to still want something extended range because it's going to hold that tuning a lot better. There is that cool Ibanez, what's that? SRMS, it's an Iron Label. It's actually got more of a memorable name. Well done, Ibanez. That could be a shout. Could be an option. I'm just going to have the Hills could also be a pretty good option. £600 5-string, extended scale again.
Could be the one. That's like £120 a string. That's good value.
My heart wants to go with the Ibanez, just because, like, I know the Charvel that Josh was playing when I saw him in the summer, they were, again, like this sleek black look, and I just think that looks the part for it. I think next to the Surfcaster, that's going to look absolutely amazing.
Those pickups, the Bartolinis are amazing as well.
I think the pickups are a little bit better quality. So this is 879.
Okay.
That's going to be my base of choice.
Okay. Well, we're going to look the part.
We have, yeah. Obviously, it's not sounds like, it's look like. Right.
Yeah, look like. That should be its own offshoot.
From the interview I watched this morning, he actually runs pretty much identical to Mike's signal. So he's got to be using some sort of quad cortex fractal things. He basically takes Mike's IR and guitar signal and uses that in his rig as well.
I didn't know that, right.
And then he blends like a bass, like a cleaner bass over the top of it. Whether I've got said budget to do that amount of processing power is another question.
So you've got, maths again. Oh no, I'll do the math.
£621. I want to go for generic, to be honest with you. I don't mean it in a negative sense. It's Axafini production, so it is a very just standardised modern metal sound.
I love it.
Dark Glass and sort of Dingwall have got a great working relationship anyway. They've done a couple of Dingwall models with the dark glass preamps inside. I think I'm just going to go the Alpha Omega. It's got a direct cab sim out as well. EQ is going to be massive. You know, we're tuning to F sharp here, so I'm going to be sat in the same frequency, but it's got to complement it quite well. Josh said in the interview I was watching that he does a lot of EQ tweaking. I'm going to go with the Alpha Omega, which is, I don't know,
560.
399. Ooh.
Oh, you got loads of cash.
£222. That could leave me enough
for a drop.
Digitech drop. It's
the one.
Standard. I think those are about £179.
What a cool looking pedal. I've never seen that. These videos in the shop are just me getting derailed by pretty bits of kit.
129. Wow.
They're going up in price because everyone knows how good they are. I remember when they were like 90 quid and I bought 3 of them. Yeah. For different.
I could potentially throw in like some sort of overdrive as well if I wanted to stack the drives to try and replicate Mike's thing.
How much is a little Rat? They're about 90 quid?
Yeah, Rat's 84. I'm going to eat the budget up. Like realistically, I've got the bass I want, I've got the amp sound I want, drop pedal, and so yeah, I'm just going to get a Rat as well. £7 left for my pint of Guinness next door. I don't know if Josh drinks Guinness or not, but I'm going.
I definitely am going to go digital. I'm just going to annoy people. Back to digital world. So I've got about I've got 750 quid. I'm going to go nano because I know for a fact that there are really good Spiritbox captures. I'm going to download some of them, and then for all of the other cool like glitchy stuff, what do you reckon would be a good pedal for that? Because it's kind of like a ring moddy kind of thing.
He uses the Earthquake pedal, and I can't remember the pink one.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Rainbow Machine.
Back to, Rainbow Machine. That's the one.
You've got 300 quid left at this point.
300 quid, okay. Rainbow Machine. Is there a Rainbow Machine?
Rainbow Machine's at the warehouse, but you could also get the Brainwaves, which we have one here, which is £100.
Let's do that. I think that's everything I need. I just need like a good bridge pickup, check. Extended range, check. High gain, check. Quirky device, check. Glitchy stuff.
Left.
Just put it in the bank.
You could just take the hammer on. Would it still do the same thing as the Ricochet? I mean, how much is the hammer? I'm just thinking you've got £200 to utilise. In £20, are we going to get crucified for that? Oz, are we going to get crucified for going £20 over?
Can we start doing a thing where if I save money in one challenge, I can use it in the next one? I've definitely been in pocket in the last couple.
I reckon just stick it up. Worst case scenario, it doesn't get used.
Come at me.
And you could always just not use it.
Yeah, that's true, which would annoy people even more, which means comments and algorithm boosting on the internet. So let's do that. There we go.
You guys are the best. Back to the video room.
Okay, so we're back in the video room. We have our rigs dialed in. Ben, go through yours first.
Yeah, so obviously I've got this wonderful Ibanez Iron Label multi-scale 5-string bass. Using the Digitech drop pedal first just to do the tuning. So obviously without us just in drop A. So most of the stuff is in F sharp apart from Perfect Soul, which is in F. So that's doing what it says on the tin. We put the Rat in, but we've not actually used it. It was more of a gamble because, like I said, Josh references that he actually uses some of Mike's IRs and sounds to blend with his bass signal. So we thought throw a Rat and see what it does. And it does tighten it up a little bit. You can hear it without. Does give it a bit of teeth, but when we were actually playing it against John's signal, it lost a lot of that low end that it needed.
Yeah.
So onto the main bit, which is the Alpha Omega. So again, when tuning this low to F sharp, it's so hard to actually really get it to sit well in the mix. You can see the EQ isn't doing a crazy amount, just a little bit of mid scoop and a sort of lower mid control there. Drive all the way up as well, so that's what it sounds like again. It's just low and subby, you know. Obviously you get more definition if you take the drop off.
nice.
It does sound pretty nice. Although the drive looks pretty maxed out on there, it's not over the top.
I think on that as well, that Omega side has a bit more. Keep playing.
Yeah. A bit more mid-range as well.
Yeah, different character. Yeah.
But again, it's a pretty simple bass sound. EQ on the bass is again mids and low end, just scooping it a little bit. And yeah, there's not a lot else going on, to be honest with you. It was more about just getting it to sit right in the room more than anything. Your rig is definitely doing most of the legwork.
I mean, the guitar is a very simple guitar. 7 strings, 1 dial. Well, a volume.
No pickups?
Well, yeah. And a bridge pickup. Because, you know, I mean, there are probably instances of neck pickup stuff in Spiritbox, but the most of the stuff I've heard is like rhythm pickup and aggressive distorted. And they do have some like cool textures, which we'll get into in a bit, but for the kind of, you know, drop tune. It works really, really well.
It's really articulate as well, that tone.
And I think something about 7, like I don't usually play 7s, but when you try and do that kind of scratchy, genty thing, do all that stuff which Spiritbox do all the time, you don't get those harmonics if you transpose a 6-string down.
Because you haven't got that top end.
Yeah, you need, that's why I think it's one of the few instances where a 7 is actually definitely needed instead of a baritone. Like, it's good fun. Guitar plays really, really great. I think these are about 7 to 800.
They were.
Yeah, oh yeah, so basically 750 quid. A lot of guitar for that. They feel really, really kind of premium. Very simple bit of kit, but I love the way they look. I love the slightly metallic top that you get on this. It's really nice details, and I love the kind of shape that they brought back. I'm rating it from Jackson, because up until now they'd kind of been super shreddery super strats.
Yeah.
With a kind of modern genty edge, but yeah, really, really, really cool. So on the floor, I've got my Nano, which is doing most of the heavy lifting. I downloaded, it's called Spiritbox Cellar Door by RIP Studios, just a capture. That is the sound, so it's that with an IR inbuilt, so I'm not even going through a cab, it's literally part of the capture. And just by itself, with nothing else, really good. And then there's a noise gate as well. Taming it.
Bit A.
Clean it up, and pitch, obviously, making it drop. Which is fun. Overdrive, just 808 tube screamer, taking off some of the low. Very subtle,
yeah.
But it does make a difference, especially when you've got a bass player going on. Just an EQ, which actually isn't doing anything, so ignore that. And that's it. It's just transposed and overdrive. But you could add in delay and reverb, so which should be in stereo, because we're going out stereo, into the brainwaves, which is also stereo, going out a Nano. And that can be fun for the kind of Meshuggah, Frederick Thorndale-ish.
In Soft Spine, there's like, during the breakdown section, Mike does this weird like dissonant atonal tapping thing for that.
And it's definitely Meshuggah inspired, and like it's more of a texture than like a part, so I don't actually know any parts, but you know, just to pastiche it, like that kind of thing, interspersed with
the reverb.
With those off. And you know, there's more to what Spiritbox do than just those two sounds. Let me make that clear. But that does the job, and we didn't really need the hammer on
it
at all.
It didn't quite do what the whammy ricochet does, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, I think Mike uses it like in Soft Spine. There's like a weird scrape thing, and I've seen him like sort of stomp on something at that point.
And I'm sure nowadays it's all automated in like a Pro Tool session. Well, Ableton nowadays for live or whatever. For this rig, Nano and Brainwave.
The Brainwave definitely does. It does a decent job of replicating what is it the Rainbow Machine from Earthquaker does as well. You did have a nice clean sound as well.
Oh yeah, good point. Thank you for reminding me.
The one thing we found out, a lot of the clean sounds he uses are actually like DI signals blended with loads of effects. You get that real sharp glass, glass top end. That kind of tesseract-y,
like, I don't know. Like very bright and crisp and like glassy. Yeah, it's a really cool sound. So that's all done in Nano. I could put those on 2 sounds, so I could just go bang, bam between 2. Haven't done that right now.
Yeah, I think we just didn't use it because obviously we didn't do the sort of clean intro for Jaded. Otherwise, we'd have been here for hours.
All of the examples we learned had enough brain power taken up. But yeah, really kind of fun band to play at.
Yeah, I think, obviously let us know how you thought we did in the comment section below. I was pretty happy with how, I think the biggest challenge was getting the bass to sit against it so well.
Yeah.
Like that was the biggest challenge, and if we can get that with the guitar sounding as great as it does, I was pretty happy. But let us know what you think. Obviously, links to all the products we've used are going to be in the description as well. I was going to say for £1,500 each.
Done all right.
That's an easy, if you were in a Spiritbox tribute band, if there is one, I think you do a pretty good job with these rigs.
And we've got change.
We have got change.
We've got a lot of change.
So that's enough for your petrol to the boiler room and back.
Anyway, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. I've been John.
I've been Ben.
See you later.